Good morning, dear students. How are you? Students, today we will discuss our DOE worksheet 45, which has been taken from your chapter Classification of Elements. And as we discussed earlier in our previous worksheet about the contribution of Mendeleev in periodic table, today we will discuss Mendeleev's achievements as well as limitations, okay, in the classification. So, achievements of Mendeleev's periodic table and limitations of Mendeleev's classification. First, Mendeleev arranged 63 elements known at that time in the periodic table, as we already studied about its contribution. So, Mendeleev arranged 63 elements in periodic table which were known at that time. According to the Mendeleev, the properties of element as per their periodic function of their atomic masses. As he arranged all the elements according to the increasing order of their atomic masses in its periodic table. The table consists of vertical columns called groups and horizontal rows called periods. Now, what are the achievements of Mendeleev's periodic table? First, Mendeleev kept some blank spaces in periodic table for the elements that were yet to be discovered. Mendeleev left some blank spaces for those elements which were not discovered at that time, and he gave, like, predicted that element with the name of Eka boron, Eka aluminium, and Eka silicon. And later on, the elements were discovered with the name of scandium, gallium, and germanium. Second, he also predicted the properties of some elements even before their discovery. They were later found to be correct. Actually, these were big achievements from Mendeleev. Like, he also predicted the properties of some elements even before they were discovered, and they were later found to be correct, like atomic masses. He had given the atomic mass of aluminium 68 as well as gallium 69.7. The formula of oxide, as we have already studied, he gave the formula of oxides and hydride. He gave the formula of oxide E2O3, as well as in case of gallium it's Ga2O3. Formula of chloride ECl3 and gallium GaCl3. C. Mendeleev periodic table could accommodate, again very important, and again a big achievement from him, that Mendeleev periodic table could accommodate the noble gas when they were discovered without disturbing the existing one. Okay, so when the noble gas, at that time noble gas were not discovered, so when the noble gas discovered, they accommodate their spaces without disturbing the existing ones. So Mendeleev took the formula of the oxides and hydrides formed by the element and the basic properties of the element for their classification of periodic table. This is very important. As far as the basis of periodic classification is concerned, he took the formula, he studied actually the formula of oxide and hydrides before forming that periodic table, and he studied about the basic properties of all the elements for their classification in the periodic table, along with the increasing, that is the increasing order of their atomic masses. So now the limitations of Mendeleev periodic table. Mendeleev could not assign a correct position of hydrogen in its periodic table, as both the properties of hydrogen resembles with the alkali metal as well as halogen. The properties of hydrogen resembles with the alkali metal as well as halogens, right? So Mendeleev could not assign the correct position for the hydrogen. How alkali metals? Hydrogen combined with halogen, like halogens, as well as oxygen and sulfur. Like, when it combined with halogen, it forms HCl, whereas alkali metal combined with chloride, it will form NaCl. When combined with oxygen, it will form a compound H2O, whereas this alkali metal combined with oxygen, it forms oxide like Na2O. When it combined with sulfur or sulfide, uh, it will give you H2S, right? Whereas it will give when combined with the sulfur, it will give you H2S, whereas this alkali metal when combined with sulfur, it will give you Na2S. Okay, so like halogen they form, it exists in the diatomic molecule like H2, whereas all the halogen like Cl2, F2, I2, Br2, they all form diatomic atoms. Okay, so halogen means hydrogen, like halogen, it exists in diatomic molecule and combine with the metal as well as non-metal to form covalent compound, as we discussed in the chapter of our carbon compound. Hydrogen combined with carbon with the covalent bond, so it combined with metal as well as non-metal and forming covalent bond, and as well as it is a diatomic molecule like our halogen. Next very important limitation, which is isotope, the position of isotope, that the isotope of the same element will be given different position if the atomic number is taken as a basis, which will disturb the symmetry of the periodic table. Means the position of isotope is not cleared in the case of Mendeleev periodic table. And third, we have the atomic masses do not increase in the regular manner as we going from one element to another element. For example, the position of nickel and cobalt, right? The atomic mass of nickel is less and cobalt is more than nickel, but in his periodic table, the position of cobalt is earlier than the nickel, so it is a kind of contradiction in case of Mendeleev's periodic table. So atomic mass do not increases regular in case of regular manner in case of nickel and cobalt. So it was not possible to predict how many elements could be discovered between two elements, right? So this is all about your today's worksheet. Let's do practice exercise. First we have who is known as a father of periodic table. So Mendeleev is known for the father of periodic table. Full name of Mendeleev is Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev. Next, which important property did he use to classify the element in his periodic table? So you can write this. Elements are the basic function of their atomic masses. Okay, their element, as well as you can write also the you can write this from the element by the basic properties of the element for their classification in the elements, right? So this is the answer of your first question. So you can write basically from here, right, the answer of your first question. Second, we have Mendeleev kept some blank spaces in the periodic table for the element that even yet to be discovered and named these elements, and what were the name to be given. So these are the elements, and this is the this is the correct one. This is the name or the name of the element, and this is the name to be given them. This is the answer of your second question, not this one. Third question, we have write the achievements of Mendeleev periodic table. So you can write all the achievements of first, second, as well as third, all the achievements of modern Mendeleev's periodic table. Fourth, we have what are the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev's periodic table limitations are there. This one, this, and this. All the three are the limitations of Mendeleev's periodic table. Mendeleev could not assign the correct position of hydrogen in his periodic table. Why? you can say hydrogen has no fixed position in the Mendeleev's periodic table because of its you can write because of its resemblance with the alkali metal as well as the halogen metal. In case of alkali metal, by forming the positive ion and resembles with the halogens by forming the diatomic molecule, and he places it on the first number because of its atomic masses. So you can write the answer of this is, this is the answer of this question, and you can write even this also. Okay, so this is all about your today's worksheet. I hope you understand it. So do like the video, share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you, bache. Take care.